Hi students. Today I'm going to discuss about the software and hardware. So before going to know about the software and hardware, let me explain about what is meant by computer. A computer is nothing but it is an electronic device that accepts data in a form of input and thereby it processes data arithmetically and logically, and finally it produces the information in terms of output. That is called the definition of computer. This computer has been divided into two main categories. First one is hardware, the second one is software. Now we will see in details about the hardware. Hardware is nothing but it is a physical aspect of computers, telecommunications, and also will take other devices. Basically, it includes not only the computer but also the cables, connectors, power supply units, and peripheral devices like keyboard, mouse, audio speakers, and also printers. If you see the classification of the hardware, we can see the main broad classification is internal hardware. So internal hardware is also called components. Mainly it includes CPU, motherboard, RAM, and also ROM. Now we will see the main component that is called CPU. CPU, I can say it is a brain of the computer. So most of the calculations takes place here. Two typical components of CPU are, the first one is ALU, which is called arithmetic logic unit. The second one is called control unit. The next one is a motherboard. So motherboard is nothing but it is the main circuit board of a microcomputer. It contains the CPU, memory, expansion slots, and all the controllers required to control standard hardware devices. So you can see this picture also. Come to the RAM. RAM is, if you observe this picture, you can understand it is nothing but RAM is the place in the computer where the operating system, application programs, and data in current use are basically kept in this RAM. I can say that it is a temporary memory and can be compared to a person's short-term memory. It is the best example if you take into consideration the human being. Next, move on to the ROM. ROM is nothing but a read-only memory. It is a technology that allows you to write data only once. After the data has been written, you can read it and an unlimited number of times. That is called ROM. Next, move on to the input hardware. So input hardware mainly consisting of the external devices by which we can give information and instructions to the computer. So if you see the common input hardwares are, that is keyboard, mouse, and scanner. Okay. Keyboard, if you see this picture, you can understand this is nothing but it is a typewriter like keys that enables you to enter data into your computer. Come to the mouse. Mouse is nothing but it's a device which controls the movement of the cursor or a pointer on a display screen. Come to the scanner. Scanner is nothing but it can read text or illustrations printed on paper and translate the information into a form of a computer can use it. Next, move on to the output hardware. This output hardware is consisting of the internal and external devices that transfer information from the computer CPU to the computer user. So if you see the common output hardwares are the monitor, printer, and speaker. Monitor, if you see this picture, you can understand it is nothing but a display screen to present output from a computer or video camera or VCR or other video generators. Come to the printer. This printer is a device that accepts text and graphics output from a computer and transfer the information to paper. The next one is the speaker. Speaker is nothing but, or we can also be called as headphones to an output port to hear the audio produced by the computer. Next, move on to the connecting hardware. This connecting hardware mainly allows hardware devices to communicate with each other. Commonly, we have modem and LAN card. Modem, if you observe this picture, this connect a personal or portable computer to dial-up network through a regular telephone line. LAN card is nothing but it is local area network card is used mainly to provide wireless internet access to the computer users in home or roaming networks. The next classification of the hardware is storage hardware. Is a computer storage device is any type of hardware that stores data. You will see some common storage devices are hard disk, floppy disk, CD-ROM. Hard disk. Come to the hard disk. So this is the picture, the clear picture of the hard disk, which is nothing but it is a magnetic disk on which you can store computer data. The term hard is mainly used to distinguish it from a soft or a floppy disk. Next, move on to the floppy disk. This is the floppy disk. This is a flexible plastic disk coated with magnetic material and covered by a protective jacket used primarily by computers to store data magnetically. Next, move on to the CD-ROM. This is the picture of the CD-ROM that can be read by a computer with an optical drive. Next, move on to the second category of computer is a software. If you go, the meaning of the software is nothing but a set of instructions which enables physical components of a computer to work in a synchronized way is called a software. Right? This set of instructions often called as a program. This computer cannot do any useful work without instructions from software. If you see the types of the software, we are having four major types. One is a system software, programming software, application software, and utility software. We'll see one by one. The first one is system software. System software mainly helps in running the computer hardware and the computer system. The main system softwares are the operating systems and device drivers. Okay, if you see these two in detail, the device drivers in computing, the device driver is a computer program allowing higher level computer programs to interact with hardware device. Next, move on to the operating system. This operating system is an interface between hardware and the user. It is mainly responsible for the management and the coordination of the activities and the sharing of the limited resources of the computer. Come to the application software. It mainly enables the user to accomplish certain specific tasks. So we will see the different types of application software. The first one is web browsing software. Second one is word processing software. Next is spreadsheet software. The next one is database software. Next is presentation graphics software. So web browsing software, it mainly allows one to surf the web, which is the best example is nothing but MS Internet Explorer. Okay. Next, word processing software. It mainly allows users to create or edit a document. Example is MS Word. Next one is spreadsheet software. It allows user to create document and perform calculations. The best example is MS Excel, etc. Next, move on to the database software. It allows user to store and retrieve vast amount of data. The example is MS Access, etc. So now to come to the presentation, graphic software, it allows the user to create visual presentation. Example is MS PowerPoint. Next is utility software. This mainly helps in the management of computer hardware and application software. So it performs a small range of tasks. Okay, we will see some of the typical examples of utility software. The first one is disk defragmenters. So this mainly detects computer files whose contents are stored on the hard disk in disjointed fragments and move the fragments together to increase the efficiency. Next one is backup. This utility makes a copy of all information stored on your disk and restore either the entire disk or selected files. Next one is disk partitioner. So mainly this divides an individual drives into multiple logical drives. So each with its own file system, which can be mounted by the operating systems and treated as an individual drive. Come to the last utility software is antivirus. It utilizes scan computer for viruses. This utility scan computer for virus.